Democratic Alliance says it will meet with the Independent Electoral Commission and the police to hand over evidence that the ANC orchestrated the recent violent protests across the country. Party leader Mmusi Maimane says the ruling party is targeting DA-run municipalities. Over the last few weeks, several townships in Gauteng and the Western Cape have experienced violent service delivery protests.
The Democratic Alliance says it's got evidence that can prove that the recent spate of violent protests in Gauteng and the Western Cape are sponsored by the ANC. Townships such as Alexandra and Hammanskraal in Gauteng, Lwandle and Khayelitsha in the Western Cape have been rocked by violent protests in the last few weeks. Maimane says the ruling party is engaging in cheap and dangerous politicking ahead of the May 8th polls.
Voice recordings of people who have put them together, moving ahead to say that they are mobilizing this on behalf of the ANC. But ultimately, without even moving beyond the question of evidence, which we will present. I'll present this before the IEC, I'll present this before the SABC. That's why I'm requesting that this meeting be urgent.
Maimane says they'll be handing over the evidence to the Independent Electoral Commission and the police to investigate.
We are laying a formal complaint. This is against a political party who are now usurping the democratic process. I've traveled in many African states. When liberation movements lose power, they begin to destabilize society so as to create conditions where it is impossible for people to exercise their democratic right to vote.
The Midvaal mayor, Mongali Baloyi, further accused the ruling party in Gauteng of using state organs to destabilize DA-run municipalities.
One of these is the cooperative governance position, or the MEC. I mean, he's reduced significantly the budget for Johannesburg. And also, if you look at the housing spent in Midvaal alone in recent times, it's probably been one of the lowest in all municipalities in the province. It can only be as a result of one thing. It's a political agenda to ensure that where Midvaal or DA governs and their mayors, they don't find the support and the financial means to ensure that they can deliver for their residents, all because they chose to vote for a different political party.
The ANC has refuted the claim, saying communities will protest when they're not provided with services, irrespective of who is governing the area concerned. Nomapolani, SABC News, Johannesburg.